So when you're starting a drawing practice and you're looking for inspiration and subjects to draw, probably one of the best things, if it's possible, is to have a life drawing group where you can draw from a nude model or another friend or a model posing for you. But for most of us, that's not often possible. And so this week I want to talk about drawing your own face, because you want something, your subject that you're drawing, to be something inspiring, something that actually helps you to really focus and pay attention and be present and really observe your subject. So find something meaningful, but if nothing else, you can draw your own face. So you're going to want like a simple mirror. You can use any mirror in your house, of course, that you're able to set up your pencil with, and also a good light source. Okay, so this light source, look how much it affects how my face looks. Okay, I'll try and show you from all the different angles, let alone which way I put my face. It creates a different effect. So it really depends what you're going for, you know? So you want to play with the light and play with the angles. A rule of thumb is that male faces, for whatever reason, tend to look better straight face on, and women's faces at a 3/4 or a quarter. Like, think of the moon. And so you want to, but it's always depending on what you're trying to say, what you're conveying with your piece. And you don't have to put that into words either. It's just, when the light hits and you're like, oh, it's that, and you're looking at the shadow shapes and the light shapes that are created by the angle of where the light is at. There's also backlit, which can be fun. So for today, I'm just going to put the light right over here. I'm putting it on my windowsill. And I've got a cheap mirror from the Dollarama, but because I'm recording a video, I'm just going to sort of draw from the face I see in there. So number one thing about drawing anything is that you're going to be aware that there's like this hemisphere difference where your left hemisphere is dominant and it wants to label, name, categorize, analyze. And some of us, it's more dominant, and some of us, we're able to sort of just not listen to it. That gets easier over time. It's something that you practice, but some have found that naturally in childhood. Or maybe born with a propensity. So, and the right hemisphere is the one that's just more aware, observant, connected, considering the whole, and so it's spatial, like, so when I'm looking right now at the image in the screen, the same as what you're seeing. I'm looking to where I can see shadow shapes that just seem harmonious or tell a certain story, like, it's kind of cool doing a portrait where like there's like a quarter of the, kind of like the moon, part is just totally in shadow, but you can kind of see it. It's just subtle, you just play with it and see what you like. So I'm going to go, I don't know, something like this. I don't want to take too long. I got my cheap sketchbook. I've got my pencil that I sharpened. And then all I'm doing is, I said in previous videos, you arrive and you breathe. And whatever practice you do to just sort of let go, maybe make a tea, light a candle, light an incense, you are just being present first and really just observing. Don't rush to draw. I want to be aware what's happening in my mind if I'm saying like, oh, there's the eye and I'll do the other eye. That's actually going to make drawing much, much harder. Whereas if you just sort of kind of almost diffuse your eyes. Some people go like squint. So you're just noticing the shapes. And the more you get out of naming everything and the more you just see like a puzzle piece of shapes fitting together is going to make the drawing much easier. So for me, I want to probably block in the darkest shapes first because I'm working on like a white paper. So this is up to your style as well. But just to start out with, I kind of get a rough idea of the head shape. And I want to keep it rough. It's kind of like you're describing something. So you work up to having a visual language and you're describing. So just start with getting a good mirror, a good light source. And the best time to do this is when you're feeling a lot of emotion. And then you go, I don't know what to do with this. And you go to the mirror, you take your sketchbook and you just draw. And you just stare at the shapes. And you just draw what you see. And you are simultaneously processing the emotion. And you usually create your best drawings when you're connecting with an emotion. So I hope that inspires you to get started and use yourself as your model. Thanks. Like and subscribe. Bye.